seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
Hey, all right, cool. We're up and running. I've been typing out some hellos. Welcome to IFB Broadcasting. I'm NYPete. I'm here with my best friend, Tipsy Toaster.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us on our news, pop culture, sci-fi entertainment channel. And full disclosure, Chris and I grew up watching 70s, 80s TV movies, cartoons, and we bring our unique spin to the little corner of the universe here at IFB. And everyone needs to know that we are very big Battlestar Galactica fans.
Yeah,
So
that's us.
with that said,
Spinning. You said we're
that's us.
spinning in the corner. I gotcha.
Oh yeah. Hey, James McCoy, happy birthday! Celebrating a big one, the 6-1, and all the best to you. We'll be toasting and welcome everybody else. Lola and Battlestar Bulletin Board. That's Sean Shallow and Dave. Thanks for tuning in live, guys. We're going to have a guest, but. And Karen, thank you, Karen, for joining us. Chuck, my man, Chuck's out there. We have Tara. Tiny Bean Tara is going to be on, and she's got her review. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the shows that she's watching, some of the stuff that I'm watching, Chris is watching, and then, of course, like I said, we got a guest coming on, a filmmaker, author, and he's going to bring us up to speed with some of his work that he's doing. And John 1, I know you're out there somewhere. Hope you're okay doing what you do best. Appreciate all your work. And show is on. Oh, by the way, we're also going to do follow. We're going to finish. I don't know if we're going to finish up, but we're going to hit that comic book again.
Right. We're on number 3 out of 4. So
yeah, 3 out of 4. Right.
Yep. I have some of the actual drawings tonight for that.
Yeah, we do. We do have drawings. It's Folly of the Gods, which is actually turning out to be a really good one. So we'll be doing that as well. And then I'm going to show you some of the things that I stumbled on, and I'll share that as it comes up. And let's see who else. Hey, Kim, what's up? Thanks for joining us. I'm going to put this out real quick. We've been receiving a lot of the email responses that we needed for the Stranded Warrior, for the thank yous that are going to go up in the credits. And we also are moving now a lot quicker with the fine-tuning of the trailer, the special world premiere trailer at Dragon Con. Stranded Warrior has a panel, and that's Friday night. And then we follow that with trivia, and then I think we're going to go out to hang out all together.
Go eat somewhere.
I think so that's part of what we have planned for Friday. Sunday is the picture. Everybody gets together. There's a meetup.
Usually it's about 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Say again?
Usually it's around 10 o'clock. We haven't got the exact time yet. Ouch.
At 10 o'clock in the morning? Okay.
And then, and I don't know what's going on, but I wish they would hurry up and populate the app.
Yeah, no kidding. But like you've said before, it takes some time. Hey, Rob, what's up? Rob Baum is on. Again, thank you, Rob, for helping us out with the trivia contest, the questions. Rob came up with some really, really good questions that we're going to be using at the trivia contest that we host, along with, we have a rep from one of the other Battlestar Galactica groups, and she's going to be with us. Chris,
Freya.
You've worked with her before. Yeah, Freya, she's going to be there, and she'll be helping us out with the trivia, along with some of the stars of the Stranded Warrior. So Mr. George Zuvalos, that plays Captain Martin, and Major Amon, Diana Durango, and George K., who's Lieutenant Costa, will also be there. On our panel is Superfan Fran. She's going to be there as well, so that's really cool, joining us up on stage. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be there at Dragon Con, so we're looking forward to hanging out with you. Marbound, that was meant as a joke. Wasn't trying to irk the political. Yes, of course, Rob. Understood. But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff going on, guys.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to seeing you. And so, Chris, do you want to do the toast now?
Sure, we can. So
All right.
I'll actually leave the people up there so they can toast with us. But
yes.
Actually, tonight, we got to do this first. We'll go to Pete first. We'll say, hey.
Collective Arts
beer tonight.
Yes. Thank you.
It is a limited release. 5% alcohol by volume. It is called Run the Jewels. Kind of a really nice picture on the front, by the way.
Yeah, look at that.
It is 1 part craft beer, 1 part canvas. Collective Art is a fusion of creativity, featuring the talents of emerging artists through our global call for art. Submit your art using the QR code below. And that's about all I get out of it. It's Citra and Enigma.
Oh,
dry hopped blonde. A dry hopped blonde.
Okay. Well, let's try it out.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I am toasting and drinking out of
I'm jealous. I like that back glass.
the Big Mac collector series from like the late 70s.
Yep.
And I picked
it's a really good shape for it. It looks like it hasn't been run through the dishwasher 5,000 times where it faded out, you know what I mean?
It's a mint. Yeah.
And, and some people actually just drop them in the sink and break them and everything. So
yeah.
You're lucky that I'm just going with my standard Blue Squadron.
Yeah, put up the flesh color so you can see the design.
The Blue Squadron.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I figured, since we're products of, what we eat and drink, and we all remember.
If that's the case, I would have been a McNugget a long time ago.
All right,
ready? You ready?
1, 2, 3. Oof, okay. Let's get some of this in here.
Smells good. Ready?
Yeah, it definitely smells citrus.
Yep.
There's citrus in there. Okay. Let's see what this is about. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, it looks like it has. I bet you it's got like grapefruit in it because it's
maybe
stuff. It's got stuff in it.
It doesn't say what it's.
Okay.
Doesn't have anything.
Hey,
listed.
Fran, what's up?
Doesn't have anything listed here.
Thanks.
No ingredients listed.
No, if there's
Consumption of alcohol by colonial warriors is not recommended due to being shot down. Yep.
Yeah, well, Rob, I have my son's got the Grimace, and I think there's one other, but this is mine. This is the one that I have. I picked this up. So yeah.
That was mine. You can have it. Mayor McCheese. The Fry, was it the Fry guys? Was it the Fry?
No,
Fry guys.
It was
a little weird looking fuzzy balls.
Yeah, no, they didn't have a glass.
They didn't have a glass, but they were called the Fry guys, right?
Yeah. I think so. Something like that. Oh yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh,
so anyways,
Frank got a blaster. Excellent.
Yep. It's great. The goblins. I think it might be right. The goblins, but I thought they were something fries. I don't know. Anyways, we always like to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for pushing your fandoms. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for following those fandoms, watching those older shows or those newer shows, and creating costumes and fan art and books and everything. It's because the fans are really important to this industry, and that's because fans fuel the fleet. So
that's right.
We toast to you, and the fans.
And to James McCoy, happy birthday.
Yep.
Oh my God. That's like drinking. It's like the grapefruit.
Yeah.
The bitterness of the grapefruit. Yeah, that's all there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably not as bad as the 40-year-old bubblegum.
Oh.
But it ranks like number 2 at this point.
I'll tell you that Vulcan beer you made me drink, that was like 30 years old or something.
Yeah. Oh, this is grapefruit.
that tasted better than this. This is not appetizing.
Here's to the fans as we choke this down just for you.
George G. Akumis, thanks for joining us, man.
Yep, I'll finish it by the end of the night, but I won't be happy about it. And it's only 5% alcohol. It's like,
okay.
It is definitely grapefruity. You called that one. You said it smelled like a grapefruit in it. Boy, does it ever.
That's right. Yeah. 40-year-old bubble gum. Yeah, James, you didn't get to see you weren't on when we opened up the sealed Battlestar Galactica original cards, and Chris actually ate the stick of gum, and
Chris didn't eat it. It disintegrated in his mouth. There's a difference.
It was very funny, and I had a good time watching Chris do that, and then I had to drink 20-year-old, 25-year-old Vulcan.
Yeah, it was
ale.
old. Yeah,
it was really old, and it smelled like puke. It tasted okay, but it smelled bad. Oof.
Yeah, it was skunky beer.
Yeah, it was skunky. Yep, that's right. Oh well, guys, we have Tiny Bean. Yeah, we have Tiny Bean Tara waiting. So let's get her up, because we're gonna have to swap out drinks. This is
no, you're gonna finish this. Damn it! This was bought by a fan for us. You will finish it, sir. It's Tiny Bean Tara.
It's Tiny Bean Tara. She's not a terror, but she's a Tara. It's Tiny Bean
What's
Tara.
up, Tara? What gives?
With television and movie critic stuff.
So, I promised I got one of these for Tara. Look, Alien, the illustrated story, the Heavy Metal Presents.
The Heavy Metal Presents, yeah.
Yeah.
That is the best.
I found that at a bargain, and I got it for Tiny Bean. So there you go.
Thank you so much. I love it.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Turn her up a little bit
put
here.
up Tiny Bean. Don't put me up. Put up Tiny Bean. There you
go. No, I mean audio-wise.
Oh, okay. So,
oh my gosh, you guys, your faces when you drank that beer are so great.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Oh wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Little fava beans. Yeah. Hang on, just for that. Nothing like torturing ourselves.
Amazing.
Okay. Take it away, Tara. Take it away, please.
All right. I will jump right in. And hey, guys. Hello.
Now we go cleanse our palate somewhere. Please jump in.
Yes, please. Please. Well, it is great to be back, as always. Welcome to Tiny Bean's Corner, where we discuss new, unique, and interesting things in multiple genres that you might want to check out. There are just so many options out there competing for our R&R time, and I like to curate ones that I think the fleet will really enjoy. So, get your calendars out. It's up-and-coming news time, starting with one big show that'll start next week. After much anticipation, Star Wars Ahsoka will finally be hitting Disney Plus on the 23rd.
Jedi kittens.
I'm sure I have... Jedi kittens, I love it.
That looks like a cat to me.
Kind of. But hey, listen, IFB's resident Star Wars expert, Chris Fian, will dig into the details at some point, I'm sure. So I won't elaborate much on the backstory or the characters, but trailer looks great. It's billed as a mini-series like Obi-Wan was, and it's backed by Jon Favreau. And it will be another series that may come into play when and if there is a crossover movie event with Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. So, some great actors here too. We'll be really sad to see the late Ray Stevenson in a role that he was so proud of and excited to be a part of. I'm looking for this to fill the void since Star Trek Strange New Worlds ended, because, man, I really loved that show.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, Don't fail me, Ahsoka. Check it out next Wednesday on Disney+. Next up, now, I've been hyping this one since it was in pre-production, but we finally have a release date and first look at Mike Flanagan's Fall of the House of Usher. This limited series, brought to us by the guy who gave us The Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass, and The Haunting of Hill House, will finally land on Netflix on October 12th. The teaser trailer is out, giving huge nods to Edgar Allan Poe and the source material. First set pictures look as clear and precisely detailed as I've come to expect from Flanagan. This series also features some sci-fi royalty in the forms of Mark Hamill and Mary McDonald from the BSG 2004 series. If this is anything like Flanagan's other work, we will be treated to an exquisitely rendered spook fest, so be sure to check that one out. Now, in some far future up-and-coming news, you're in a desert, walking along in the sand, when all of a sudden, you look down. Yeah, it's time to return to the world of Blade Runner, friends. Ridley Scott and the Scott Free Production Company have teamed up with Amazon Prime to bring us a streaming series set in the Blade Runner universe, which it's the same universe as Alien, but I digress. This is going to take place 50 years after Blade Runner 2049 and is hence called Blade Runner 2099. No details on plot or characters yet, but the pilot will be directed by Jeremy Podeswa, who has some Game of Thrones credits to him. But what stands out to me most, and Pete, I think you'll appreciate this, he was the director behind the Station 11 series. So, I expect good things here. We'll be watching closely for more news as this one develops. So now, in reviews this week in the corner, I thought I'd give you guys a recommendation for something that is clearly irreverent and deliciously silly fun, but is also charming, fascinating, and may restore a little bit of your faith in the human race. I know I've mentioned it before, but I've never done a full season review. So, please check out the series Jury Duty. It's available on Freevee, which, as the name implies, is free, well, if you have Prime. At first glance, you're probably thinking, Tiny Bean, you really lost it this time, but scratch the surface here. Jury Duty is a scripted improv reality TV series where a regular guy thinks he's just been called to LA jury duty, and they happen to be filming a TV documentary on the trial he's on. But what he doesn't know is that it's all fake.
Oh, no.
Everyone from the judge to the jurors, the bailiffs, they're all actors. It sounds ridiculous, right? Now, this could have gone so many ways, and it could have gone off the rails quickly and completely. But what makes this show special is this guy. His name is Ron. And at the end of the day, he is the nicest, kindest guy you can possibly imagine. And they make the daily events more and more absurd around him, and his smile rarely fades. Add to the mix James Marsden, playing James Marsden in a "do you know who I am" kind of spoof of himself. It's really funny. It's really good. Don't believe me? In a huge surprise, it's been nominated for 4 Emmys.
What?
Best of all, you want a reason? Yeah, trust me, you got to watch this. Best of all, if you want a reason to really appreciate our writers and actors on strike out there, check out the final episode where the big reveal happens, and they take you behind the scenes to see how they crafted this unique series. The actors had loose outlines of what they were expected to shoot, as you do in improv, but they had to constantly be watching Ron's reaction to determine where to take things next. If Ron does A, you do improv scene B, for example. This is really difficult stuff. The cast and the crew basically worked around the clock because when Ron was off duty for the day, they would go from filming with him into rehearsals for what they were going to do next. Completely fascinating. And just to see this kind, hearted, lovable, great guy Ron, and his interaction with these actors, it will just make you smile. Mark my words, and we all need some more smiles. So check that one out when you have some time. Now, I'd like to finish up tonight with a little segment I'm calling Under the Radar Deep Cuts. We stand in proud support of our actor and writer colleagues on strike right now, and though we all know that this will impact the return of some of our favorite series and films, this actually puts us in a great position to catch up on some stuff that we might have missed, or that you might say, oh, I forgot how good that was. So, my first entry in this segment is a 2013 low-budget sci-fi mind-bender called Coherence. Now, I missed this one the first time out, but this knocked my socks off. It's about a group of friends who meet for a dinner party that just so happens is occurring on the night a highly publicized comet will be flying overhead, and strange things start happening. And that is literally all I can say. This film was created over 5 days with a minimal budget and was basically, not unlike Jury Duty, improvised off of a loose outline. It is a slow burn film requiring your full attention, and the suspense and the terror slowly gets ratcheted up while relying on really no special effects and more on, the actors, but little things like quantum physics. It starts with a cinematic feel that put me in mind of the first Cloverfield movie. And as it progresses, you get echoes of such divergence as Twilight Zone, Sliding Doors, The Thing, and oh yeah, even a little bit Alien. So, this is available streaming on Prime. It's also on Pluto TV and Tubi. Highly, highly recommended. And if you check it out, I want to hear about it. So, that's all for the corner tonight, guys. Back to you, Pete.
Oh, it's really, really interesting. I'd never heard of that, but now I'm gonna have to tune in.
I can't believe that Freevee actually has its own original. Usually Freevee would be like all the leftover stuff that would be reruns.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an actual original movie from Freevee.
It's not a Freevee original movie. This was like an actual movie that happened.
Oh, this one was, but
the
other one you were talking.
Oh, the other.
Yeah. Jury Duty.
Yeah, the Jury Duty. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So much fun. So much fun.
Cool.
It's so rich and silly. See this guy, like, all these things that are happening to him, and he's like, okay, I'm just going to go with it. And it's just to see the process of the actors is amazing. I think if you're a student of filmmaking at all, it's definitely worth the watch.
Well, I'm catching up on Foundation, which is good. And I did watch Silo, and I remember between you, Tara, and Chris just talking up the book and the show and the series that I went and I got the audio of the second book. So I am now deep dive into the Silo thing. It's really, really good. And Invasion is back. So I'm waiting for that to open. I've watched all of Strange New Worlds, and great show. This season was really, really good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, really, really knocked it out of the park this season. I was so impressed. And I'm just so sad that it's kind of like Chris when Tulsa King ended, and we were like, Tulsa King's over.
Yeah, look that up. See when the next one's coming out. It's got to be coming out soon. Well, maybe with the strike, it's gonna be a little longer.
It's gonna be a while.
That's the thing. Yeah, with the strike right now, they said they don't even have a date in view. So
yeah. I hope it doesn't go away.
We've got lots of. It's not going to go away. Don't say that.
As I said, I hope it doesn't go away because this is the time frame where some of those people are like, that's on the fence. We can get rid of it now because we're going to be so long between two seasons. People will forget about it.
I hope not, man. I really hope not.
No.
So,
but hey,
Dorian's
like I said, this is our. Oh, hey, Dorian. Hey.
Yeah, great job on the audio, Dorian. It's
yes,
it's amazing.
We'll talk about that. We'll squeeze that in a little bit. But
Oh, you want me to play
so
it? I can
Tara,
play it. No,
no,
Tara,
Tara,
we can play that. We can play it.
looking
It's right
forward
here.
to. Hey, do you have anything else that you're sitting on that you're thinking about maybe from now till the next time we see you that you might be tapping into?
Oh my gosh, there's so much, and I've got a few things that I'm still like looking at that I haven't really dived into yet.
Committed.
Other than yeah, exactly. So, and trying to now find some of these hidden gems, like this Coherence movie that I didn't even know it existed. And
Wow.
it's 10 years old, and it's got some really rave reviews. I don't know how this one flew under the radar. I really don't. But this is the time to be digging into some of these classic things. Even
The
like
indie films, yeah.
And indie films, and there's so many things that we can do to continue to appreciate the craft of and being fans while our brethren are out there on the line striking. So
Yes, 100%. Well, before we close your segment, Tara, I just wanted to also share that as I am a screener. I just finished 14 submissions to the Brooklyn Science Fiction Film Festival. I got to screen 13 shorts and one feature, and there's a couple of jewels in the set that they gave me. I was impressed by there's a couple of really, really good ones. I'm going to try to jump in and do some additional screenings of some of the others. So I'll keep you posted on what if anything I see. I can't give out any names or anything, but I can tell you that there's some really good independent films, like you mentioned indie film, and I was like, well, yeah, or under the wire stuff. But come October, Brooklyn's going to have the announcements, and they're going to do their screenings of the winners and so forth. But it's a really good experience. I know that you've done kind of stuff like that before, and it's really cool.
Isn't it? It's so much fun, and to get to just see the variety of what's out there.
Oh yeah. Oh man. It's pretty cool. And this one's international. Like they've accepted stuff from all over the world, from South America and Israel and like Europe, all over. So very cool stuff. But yeah, thank you so much, Tara. As always, you bring your A game. I'm gonna drink some of this excellent.
Look, this is all I got left. So I've been sucking
Get more of that grapefruit stuff.
Oh yes. Thank you, Tara.
It's just a little
Thank you so much.
grapefruity.
All right,
little
guys,
grapefruity.
enjoy. I'll see you all soon.
All right, take care.
Thank you, Tara.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. I'm glad Tara's up to
Feeling
doing
better, yeah.
our segment, and really appreciate that. And we have a couple of things. I wanted to share this, guys. I don't know how many of you have. Well, you know what? Before I get into that, Dorian Keyes, science fiction author, award-winning author, who is working on The Stranded Warrior with us because he's multi-talented. He does music as well as his writing abilities. And so he's created an original soundtrack for The Stranded Warrior and created a special soundtrack for the trailer that we have, which is going to be under 2 minutes. And we just want to point that out.
I'm going to play it? I got it right here.
No, you can't. But very, very... we appreciate it. We're very thankful for his input and his abilities and coming and helping. So it's going to be awesome. So listen, so this is how it's going to play, guys. The intention is this, that we premiere it at Dragon Con, and then as soon as when we get back, we can then show it on IFB. So that's how we're going to play this.
So
those of you
it'll be Dragon Con, then it'll go to IFB, and then we'll release it. Then we'll post it to every single Battlestar Galactica group we possibly can a week after we post it. We'll probably post at the same time, probably same time. the same time we
Oh,
post it to ours, we'll post it to everybody else's, so they all come
Yes.
and watch it. Because it's a trailer, but I think it looks great. I mean, I can play it right now,
great.
like right now, if you
No,
want
you
me
can't
to.
do that, but we are
But
a
it's right
fantastic
here.
family. Yes, we are, Fran. No, you can't. It's not
It's
even
right
done,
here.
man. Chill out. We got these. We have a CGI team that is off the charts. Chuck Davenport and Chris Marshall and Ken Thompson and John Terabetsky. Thank you so much, guys, for everything that you do, and you have patience, and you're putting up with all of the, there's things that come up, that crop up when you're making a film, whether it be a big film or a fan film, whatever the case may be. And so there's a big learning process, and so the guys, their product, their material that they're making for us is just incredible.
Yeah.
And
Like
they
this.
have the
Let me show it to you.
patience of no, they have patience that is
Hang on.
incredible. The
Can I
patience
do
of
this?
saints.
Can I
So
do this?
no, you can't do
There we
no.
go.
That's stop. That's it. And so
there's a
here's to
tease.
you guys, here's to our CG guys. Thank you so much for taking care of business. And Dorian,
Woo!
thank you, actors and
You
everybody.
crazy CG guys. You wild and crazy CG guys.
Yeah, thanks for everything, guys. Really appreciate it. We expect that you're gonna be wowed when you see this. We're very proud of the work. We're very proud of
Yeah, it's right like this one right here.
Everybody stop. Everybody brought a lot to this game, and you guys will see it, right? Because not only is it
Yeah, I
the
can play it
CG,
right here.
yeah, no, not doing it. Anyway, for those that remember this, let's see. Here, boom, Wonder Bread, right? So Wonder Bread had the famous Battlestar Galactica cards. You guys know that I'm into the cards. I just picked this up off of eBay for really cheap, and I couldn't pass it up, and I want to share that with you guys. So we're going to have 2 sets of our promo cards for the Stranded Warrior, one each, in one for the winner of the trivia contest. That'll be in the bag, and we have one other bag, and
It's in the
we'll
bag.
be giving that away as well at
the
at our panel at the Dragon.
You know what? We'll also throw in that bag. We'll throw in one
What?
of the originals, the original one of a kind patches
Oh
from
yeah,
our show.
that'll be for the trivia contest. I got this too. This came with the that piece that I got. I don't know if you guys remember when this was out, but this is so cool. I always wanted to have one of these, and for $20, guys, I got both of those, and that is very, very good price. So, and they're both in mint condition. So I lucked out. I saw it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I remember, like probably many of you, right? When you saw it, it was like, hey, I want that thing, and I got them. Very cool. The other thing, Chris, was that I mentioned that for those of you that are familiar with the Isaac Asimov science fiction magazine, it's short stories. I don't know, Chris, I don't know if you got a chance to ever read any of these.
No, I saw it on the newsstand, but I never picked one up.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was about, so I would pick it up and look at it, and I knew it was full of short stories.
Kind of like
I
the
didn't know where to
Reader's
start.
Digest for science fiction.
That's exactly, yeah, good point. So I tracked down this one author that wrote alternate history stuff that involves like Roman history. So I tracked down the issues that he was in. So I picked up a few of these issues for dirt cheap for like $2.50 each, and so I'm catching up on some of that. And hey, Paul, Commander King, Paul Rodder's with us. Thank you for joining us. And then I'll bring you up to speed with my project, right? So I am putting this together, right? So I was working on that from last week. I showed you that I had the stuff. So here it is. I attached these calculators, Velcroed them down like Tipsy Toaster told me to. And so this has to be cut down and attached as well. And this will be ready for cosplay. So that's part of what I've been doing, as well as all the other things. So, yeah, kind of cool, right?
And you'll be able to reach out and talk to the Galactica.
Yeah, we'll be able to find it, right? Be able to get there.
Come pick you. They're gonna pick you up. You crash
Yeah.
landed on Earth.
And then have yeah. I'm not calling Captain Morton because you know what happens there. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So Dave and Paul, light show. You like the lights, Paul? I figured.
I'm glad you said light show because I looked up at it real quick and it looked like it said light snow. I'm like, what?
No, light show. But looking forward to meeting up with all of you guys at Dragon Con. Eric Engler, another really good friend of ours, big Battlestar Galactica fan. He's multiple costumes that he does.
Yep.
He'll be there as well. So we're looking forward to meeting up with all of you. It's going to be a great, great time. So thank you very much for supporting. And man, we're going to rock. Chris, we have a guest that's coming on. So when he jumps on, you're going to obviously let me know.
I'll let you know, but it looks like it's delayed right now. So I don't know if John's out there or if somebody can reach out to him. So I don't have any information on him.
Okay. So yeah, he's scheduled. Okay. And he's supposed to be coming on. He's a filmmaker, author, and Mikey, Tiffany. So if he's able to get on, he'll come on. If not, you know what we do. We'll have him come back. Not
do
a
the
problem.
soft shoe shuffle.
That's it. That's the name of the game. So Chris, did I show off the books that I picked up? There was at that bookstore that I found in Minneapolis.
You think you took pictures? I don't think you showed them on air.
Oh well,
Flash Gordon book I gotta get. So I can't wait to get that one.
All right, so I know you're a fan of Alienation,
yep.
So I didn't even know that they made an Alienation book.
Yep.
So I got that.
Alan Dean Foster?
This is a novelization by Alan Dean Foster.
Imagine that. He did all those novelizations.
Yeah. And it's based on the screenplay by Rockne O'Bannon. So that's cool.
That's the one with Kane and Michael. No, what's the actor?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Michael?
Yeah.
No.
James Caan.
James Caan. That's it. Start with a key. C.
Mandy Patinkin. But yeah, Mandy Patinkin. Yeah, that's the other. So this is the Flash Gordon book. I never knew that they had made either one of these. So I picked these up for the Tipsy Toaster as a birthday gift, which is coming up next month. But this also has, I never ever saw this ever.
I've never seen it.
No. I was a big book person, so it even has some pictures in the middle, like some of the, remember the Star Wars.
Does it have Princess
book?
Aura in it? Hell yeah.
So let's see who else is in there. It's pretty cool. Oh, you know who that is?
And Zarkov.
Flash.
And then the woman next to him, we should all know her from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, that's right.
That's Amnesia.
Oh, here. Check this out.
Oh, there you go.
So
Amnesia and Princess Aura.
Fine.
Wow, that's in good shape.
Yeah, both of them.
Yep.
So, and then I picked up for myself, guys. All of you know that I'm a big Shadow fan. I never knew that this was out. So this doesn't have pictures. It doesn't matter. But so I got that. The bookstore is tremendous. Uncle Hugo's sci-fi store. Who Knows What Evil Lurks? That's right, Dave. One of my favorites. Flash Gordon, fantastic score. Yeah, Queen. So, yeah.
I'd hit it again, but every time I played it, even the Flash, we get
we get in big trouble.
We get hit right away. Yeah. They got that one down pat.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. So,
so I just sing it. Ready? Flash, savior of the universe. Flash, we've only got, how many hours to save the Earth? 24 hours to save the Earth.
That's right. The Shadow knows. Yep, working on Prince Fulton for 2024. Eric,
there you go. Prince Fulton.
Eric's with us, man. Cool. Eric, thanks for joining us live, man. Thank you, everybody. And Crunch is with us, too. Thanks for joining us live, guys. Really, really appreciate it. We got a lot of stuff going on. Stop singing. My dogs are howling. Okay, John. All right, you got it.
Yeah, you think that's bad? How's this? Alexa, play
No,
Flash Gordon.
Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna get knocked off the air.
Alexa, stop.
Timothy Dalton had to pass on playing James Bond because he signed on for Flash Gordon. Really,
Oh.
Bob? Really? Oh boy, that's interesting. Well, we all know that George Lucas was originally going to direct the Flash Gordon trilogy, and when he didn't get it, that was his moment to move and did Star Wars instead. But if he would have gotten Flash Gordon as he was vying for, who knows if we would have ever gotten Star Wars. And then we know that Sam Jones got into like a big lawsuit because he had signed on for the 3 movies. And obviously they never went to the second and third. He got, I
wonder if they ever came out with the, I wonder if they ever wrote the second and third one. It'd be great to get a hold of the scripts.
I would imagine that they probably wrote them out.
Or the scripts were out there somewhere. I'd have to look.
Flash Gordon became Star Wars. Yeah, that was his intent. Exactly. So he couldn't afford the rights for Flash Gordon. He spoke of it in Starlog 123, one of our favorite magazines back in the day. Rob, thanks. I picked up a lot of that. Probably read it in Starlog, but when we watched the behind the scenes Flash Gordon, the release, the special release, they talked all about that, and I was like,
and I got I showed the book a while back. I got the unofficial book. That book is amazing.
Yeah,
that's
you opened it up,
book.
Right?
Yeah, I did it. Let me grab it real quick. Show it while we're waiting for our guest to show up. I can grab it real quick.
Cool. Yeah. You got this. You got a special Flash Gordon a book, and it's really. It was kind of I think like a coffee table type of book. I believe I didn't get a chance to look inside of it, but I think it's probably like that Space 1999 book that came out that has all kinds of really cool stuff. Let's see. I love the book. Eric's got it too. Flash Gordon became Star Wars. Yeah, that's right. It's the issue with RoboCop on the cover and Dalton and Dolph Lundgren. Oh, I think I own that one. Oh, here it is. Check this out. It's the official story of the film.
Yes. This is an amazing book, by the way.
It was expensive.
An amazing book. I mean, beautiful.
Ooh.
And then it talks about the different actors and what they thought. And it's got some of the storyboards. An amazing
awesome
book. Yeah, I don't know who makes it. Titan Books makes it $50. I didn't pay that much for it, but
yeah, you didn't. You paid like I think $45.
Gordon's alive.
You got it at one of the cons.
Dispatch War Rocket Ajax to bring back his body.
As a matter of fact, Rob Bauman told us. Well, he told me about the Wrath of Khan, Star Trek II. There's a book that came out, or no, it's coming out. Rob,
oh yeah,
I looked into it. Yeah.
Now, the Wrath of Khan's probably my favorite Star Trek. Oh, there you go. Hang on.
Have you ever seen this? The official guide to the animated series? Oh, we should get the author on this one. This is a really, really good one. I just started, I've been slowly rewatching the episodes. I watched one yesterday. I mean, this book is incredible. Talk about, just like your Flash Gordon, this has like all kinds of, behind the scenes and who did it and backstory.
Out of all of the ones I remember, the rabbit one, this is the one I remember, the Alice in Wonderland.
Yep, that was the one. You saw the picture. This is so cool. Look, here's, Captain A, the original Captain April. And this is one heck of a, book with new interviews with writers, animators, never before seen interviews from Gene Roddenberry, behind the scene production documents. This, we should try, we'll try to reach out and get the author. And, while we're at it, maybe we should try to do the Wrath of Khan as well. The one that Rob, I didn't even know it was coming out. Rob,
I gotta find it. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Oh yeah, it looks like you pre-ordered. It looks.
Is it the Wrath of? Is it the Wrath of Khan book?
Yeah. It's a film book. It's really cool. So, yeah, that's coming. I think it's a pre-order when I looked at it because Rob told me about it a couple of days ago.
Yep, it is. Here you go. Hang on, PowerPoint screen share.
Yeah,
Fade.
Doan did a whole bunch of the actual voices.
September
What
5th.
Can you pull up some of the pictures from inside the book? Yeah, hardcover, $50. Yeah, it's similar to the Flash Gordon book.
Look at that. They stole that from 4-H. That's a 4-H
Okay.
motto.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Despite being filmed, a scene where McCoy teaches Kirk about eyeglasses was deleted from the theatrical version of the film and never restored for subsequent editions. Right before McCoy chastises Kirk about treating his birthday like a funeral, he shows Kirk how to use his gift.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Huh.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, look at Leonard Nimoy's laughing. It looks like one heck of a book, man. It's obviously slightly pricey at $50.
Yeah, most of them are.
Yeah.
It's a table book. Oh, look at that picture.
Oh, yeah. A great book on behind the scenes is William Shatner's Star Trek movie Memories. It's fantastic. I don't think I've read that. I got to look at that. I got to look that up, Sean. Thanks for bringing that up. I got to write that down right now. Star Trek movie Memories. I believe I did not read that. So that is on my next list. I'm going to hunt that one down. Cool. Thank you very, very much. Arex. Yeah, James Doohan did a lot of the voices for other, for the aliens that was in the animated. So, yeah, Wrath of Khan's a great, great movie, man. Just it's what the motion picture should have been and was not. So this one, was a way to, redeem the whole franchise. I mean, the motion picture was in and of itself was okay, but it wasn't what we expected. But at least it got it back on the map, because I don't know if they would have done the series. I don't know how well that would have played. So
probably not as well.
Yeah, I probably not. But they'd set up the whole series was supposed to happen. And
I think the very first Star Trek movie was almost a nail in the coffin. That was. Some even hardcore Star Trek fans will not claim Star Trek the motion picture. The V'ger and everything else. No.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is Star Trek's Battlestar Galactica 1980.
Yeah, I'd probably, you're probably right. I'm gonna have to look these books up because I know I have a bunch, and some of them I haven't read, but some of them I have, and some of them I've been given to. They were given to me as Christmas gifts, so I have to make sure.
That's funny. The same publisher, Titan. Maybe just look up the publisher. This is by Titan Books, as well as the Star Trek Wrath of Khan is Titan Books.
Yes. Rob Baum says the first Star Trek film felt 2001 and off seemed blander than Space 1999 on some of the slower episodes of 99. I agree totally, Rob. I think you're right. All right. So let's see. Do you have anybody in the green room just in case? Okay, no problem. Star Trek.
It's negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is empty.
Star Trek 5 is the Galactica 1980. That's true. That is very, very true. There are no questions there.
Oh, it was 5.
But 5.
Which one was Search for Spock?
No, I think that was the one where it's Cybok, and he plays the Prophet, and it's like Spock's brother, and it was just.
I thought that was 1. No.
William Shatner directed it, and unfortunately, I heard there was like a whole to do I don't remember. There was a book. Maybe that's the book where he talks about what happened and the special effects didn't work out and their budget and all. Search for God. That's it. Thanks, Paul. So it was
What? Search
Oh,
for
yeah.
God? Really?
Oh yeah.
Was it that bad that I don't even remember it? I mean, I remember the movie, but I don't remember ever hearing it.
Yeah. So that's right. Motion Picture's failure led to all subsequent Star Trek movie budgets being slashed significantly, so they brought in producer Herb Bennett of $6 Million Man fame, who was well known for being frugal
Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. That's what that was called.
That's Final Frontier was good, though. I like the Final
that's the
Frontier.
one with Cybok.
No.
Yes.
The Final Frontier? That's the one when they all signed off at the end. That's when that was basically supposed to be their last movie. And then they came back and Shatner directed. The Star Trek
Voyage
V,
Home,
The Final Frontier. So, yeah.
Undiscovered Country, Wrath of God, Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock.
Oh. No kidding. The godlike being was voiced by George Murdoch. Shatner's daughter wrote a book about the fifth film. Really? That's interesting. Huh. Undiscovered Country. Yeah, Undiscovered Country, I guess. Is that the one? So where's the one where they all signed off at the end, guys? Right? Everybody signed off at the last. There was one movie where everybody signed off. It was supposed to be the Undiscovered Country is Cybok. Yeah. NYPete, you were thinking of Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. Yeah, so 5 is where they all signed off, and it was supposed to be like, it's supposedly the last movie, and then when he came back and did it, it was bad. Shatner directed, and he was like one of the worst Star Treks that nobody ever talks about it. It's really bad. Yep. Oh, George Murdoch, Dr. Sally, ESG. Nice. Yeah, Shag wanted rock monsters, but they were cut due to the budget. Test footage is on YouTube, is it? They couldn't get it. They got it to work only once, and they could never get it to work on the actual shoot. And it was just a miserable failure. They had to write all around it. And Night Dragon. No, 5 is Cybok. All right. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.
See,
Last Classic Crew
5 was Cybok.
Was number 6. They signed off at the end. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, whichever one that was the good. Spock tells them to go to hell. Yeah. Oh, boy. Generations was the sign off. Okay. Well, I need to go back and watch all. I saw
rewatch some of those, yeah.
I watched The Wrath of Khan not too long ago, so that's okay.
You went to Khan the musical.
Yeah, it was great. It was so funny, guys.
Is it still playing?
No. It's no longer playing. It was so good. Oh, here's a comment. ILM backed out on Star Trek V to do a Star Wars movie. Woo, boy, man, what a... Let's see. Here is the order: Motion Picture, Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, The Voyage Home, Final Frontier, and Undiscovered Country. There you go. Thank you, Sean from Battlestar Bulletin Board, who's putting up some cool stuff. By the way, Sean's been supporting and backing and was one of our interviewees in our first year, up in like I don't know, he might have been number 10, I think. But Sean, thank you for everything you've been doing and all the support. There's a project that's going on, or that we're trying to get launched, guys, and that is Rich Handley, right? We had interviewed him. He's an author. We interviewed him a long time ago, and he's trying to get a new Battlestar Galactica book published. It is all of the comics that were published overseas, right? So they're all authorized. They're all great stories, and they're great. The drawings are fantastic. The artists are really, really good, and the writers are good. And he's brought it all together, right? So he's accumulated all of that, both the British and everything that was published in France and in Belgium. And he's got it all, and he's looking for a publisher. And on one of the threads, he posted it a couple days ago, and there's a publisher that spoke up and said that he would be interested. And so we went ahead and we said that IFB is going to, try to help as best we can. And we did talk about this when he was interviewed, and he kind of told us that he wanted
He
to try to
collects
get
them,
this
yeah.
together. He collects them. So we've posted this. We've shared this post that he put up on Colonial Warriors, and Battlestar Bulletin Board put it up. It's on IFB. So what we need to do, guys, is we need to share it and we need to like it. We need to put comments.
Trying to
So
find
the
it, but
more,
that's
yeah,
Rich Handley there, and that's just some of
yeah,
the stuff
yeah.
he
If
has
you
done in the
go on
past. So he
IFB,
did all the Planet of the Apes stuff too. So
yeah, and he did the Battlestar Galactica. There was one book that he did on essays on Battlestar Galactica. We talked about it on the show. It's really, really good. So if you get a chance, guys, please go out there and wherever you see the post, whether it's on Battlestar Bulletin Board or the Colonial Warriors or IFB, please go and hit that like button or the love. And we need to show that we want it. And this way, any publisher that's looking at it will see that there is interest. Most of us have never seen any of those comics that were done overseas. I know that the French stuff, the stuff that was, I guess it came out in Belgium and in France. We've never seen that stuff. It's really hard to find that stuff. And Look In magazine in England, the UK, published a couple of issues,
there you go.
a couple of stories. So there it is. There it is. And so I know that Sean Shallow from Battlestar Bulletin Board has been, putting this up and pushing this along as well. And also putting up some background information. I know that he's posted some information and some of this background on these stories. So please, guys, go and like it so that we can get this published. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, the artwork is cool, man. Look at that. And the stories are really good, at least the ones that I've seen in the Look-In. I own some of the Look-Ins. For the most part, the rest of us have never seen this. And it's all in one place. At least that's the goal that Rich Handley would like to do. So let us show that we support this and we want it. So if there's enough of us showing interest, the publisher's going to step up and try to get the rights for it and publish it. And, it'll be really, really cool. So let's show some love for our classic Battlestar Galactica. Was that the unauthorized book with essays by prolific writer Mark Altman? No, this project is something totally different, Rob. This is the compilation of all of the comic strips and comic stories, the graphic stories that were published overseas, authorized overseas, that were never published here in the United States. And so Rich Handley has brought that all together. He has amassed every single one from beginning to end. And he's putting it out there that if there's a publisher that can get the rights for it, he has all the material ready to go. And obviously, he'd write an intro to the works, and they'll be in English. They're all translated. The stuff that's from France and Belgium and overseas that's not in English has been translated. So it's a work waiting to happen, guys. It's a chance for us to enjoy material that we've never seen before, and it's official. This was all officially licensed. This is not stuff that's not. So let's get out there. Let's hit the likes and put up comments and let them know that we want it. And this is how we get these things done. So if you haven't yet, please go to Colonial Warriors, go to Rich Handley's, go to Battlestar Bulletin Board and IFB, and actually click the likes, guys. We need to show them that we want this stuff. So I don't know. Let's see. It's really good stuff. And the best part, it's from the era of the original show. That's key. Yes, it is. Thank you, Sean. Those would be great in a high quality book. Absolutely. I mean, right. We were just showing off these really cool books. So post that link in the chat, guys. That's a good idea. Maybe we can get, one of us will do that. Rob, you're thinking of So Say We All, which covers all the iterations of BSG, old and new. Yeah, it's like this big. I'd met Mark Altman a few times, and yeah, it's like this. And the guy that worked with him on that book really did a lot of legwork. So it's really good. I have one of those. And done. Thank you, Fran. Throw it around social media. Yep. So Paul, it's on our website, The Colonial Warriors, and Battlestar Bulletin Board, Rich Handley's site. It's on IFB. So or licensed in the UK. Yes. It was licensed in the UK. So Universal licensed this stuff in the UK and in Belgium, but not for domestic distribution, right? So it's for foreign market use only. So yes, it was licensed, not bootleg.
Hey, Pete, Brand's on finally.
Oh, cool. All right, bring him on. Hey, what's up? Commander, how are you? Thank you for joining us.
Oh, hang on.
Gotta get a little audio.
There we go.
Audio
now we got
issue.
audio.
Got audio now?
Excellent.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Right.
Can
Is
you
this
hear me
also
now?
leaving all the way through?
Can you hear me now?
Oh my gosh.
Can you hear me now?
That is an old McDonald's glass. Holy crud. Wow. Gosh. That's
I just can't believe it doesn't look like it's been through the dishwasher like 5,000 times and faded out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right.
that's looking pretty good for, its age of 102. But
Yep,
yeah.
it's like I believe 1977 or 78. I think it's 77. But
They had Star Wars or
here's-
Star
yeah,
Trek
thank you for
glasses, a
joining
bunch of Star Trek glasses out there.
Yeah, I got a whole set of the ones from the Wrath of Khan. I think it's Wrath of Khan.
Oh, cool.
Or the
Hey, we were just talking
Search
about
for
the new
Spock.
book. Have you seen the new book?
You were. I saw that, and then poor Pete didn't know which Star Trek 6 and Star Trek 5 was. And
Yes. I only saw it once in the movies and never watched it again. So that
it is the one that most people think is worse than the motion picture that you guys were talking about before that. So
yes, I do. I'm one of them.
I mean, it's not. I mean, the problem with Star Trek 5, you got to really take some time and look at it because, unfortunately, it had 13 writers. I think if you look at it, Shatner being one of them. So there was like 15 different plot lines that didn't go anywhere because there was too many people trying to rewrite it. It was supposed to be about the friendship between the three of them, and then that kind of got lost with the search for God and the ridiculousness that turned into. But hey, it's there. Every franchise has a movie that nobody wants to talk about, right? At least one.
That is correct.
If not many more. But wow, yeah. So did you guys finish Strange New Worlds? I hope. What was that, a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
I mean,
it was so cool.
What a freaking season, right? I mean, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. I loved the season. There wasn't really an episode that I didn't like. I mean, there was a few that weren't as hard hitting or as great as the others, but I mean, you're going to have that, right? So, but wow, you had a musical. I mean, you had Gorn. You had Klingons, which you can't go wrong with, especially when they look right.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a musical. Let's go with just that. I mean, come on. I mean, that's just
And then,
that is taking a swing for the ballpark, right?
And then that whole major reveal of, they introduced another character, so we don't have to name
Oh,
him.
yeah,
but,
yeah. No, okay, we won't name him. Okay, we won't name them.
Oh, man,
Yeah,
it's so cool.
I hope they're just not moving too fast. I'd like the show to last a while, and at some point, obviously Pike has to do his stuff and do what we all know is going to happen. So, but 5, 6, 7 years would be great. They're just doing fantastic. I hope whenever we get season 3 at this point, sometime in the late 50s or whenever they get around to finish filming it. But hopefully not that long. But the way this strike is going, it doesn't look like it'll be any time next year anyway. So, but hopefully, I mean, that is just just fantastic season. Just fantastic season. So psyched, so excited.
So, have you picked up any more uniform pieces?
I have not. I was told that I have to stop buying them a little bit. I have a closet full and it's overflowing. I mean, we could do one of these times we could do a costume parade with my stuff because there's 37 of them in the closet from almost 40 years of fandom. So it's not like I just started yesterday. So, but no, I buy way too many. I do have some new pins from Vegas. I did not go to the Vegas show. Very, very bitter about that. But I didn't go. No, life didn't work out, right? I mean, it just happens that way. You can't do everything you want all the time. But I had friends who went, so I was like, "Here's my order. Please bring back everything." And they did. So a whole bunch of Tiburon members went from Colorado over there, so they had a great time. So that's all that matters. But I have new pins for the uniforms. Now I just got to get the uniforms to go with them. You know, there's always new stuff happening, right? I mean, I buy stuff all the time. I'm kind of crazy that way.
Well, Mediocre Modeler says
Fandom.
he can always build you more closets.
Well, I mean, I
3D
don't think
print
the
them.
apartment would very happy about that. I could use more closets or display cases. I mean, we could talk. You know, I was hoping to change my backdrop for you guys to my Eagle Moss collection. I have almost 300 of those ships in
my
display
gosh.
out in the other room.
That's
But
impressive.
I was running a little late, as you noticed, due to traffic and life. So yeah, no, and unfortunately, so the company went out of business almost a year ago, I guess, and now Master Replicas
Yes.
has picked
Yep.
up part of the stuff, and I honestly think, I mean, I'm glad they're putting the stuff out, and it's not completely price gouging, excuse me, but I wish it wasn't this feeding frenzy of like,
Yeah.
if you don't buy it in the first 2 milliseconds that it's for sale, you
Yeah.
miss
Gone.
it.
Yeah.
I did
just-
manage to get most of what I want so far, so
Yeah.
I'm happy.
The only one I saw in there that I really, really wanted, but I missed it, was the gold original series Constitution class
Oh, the Enterprise. Yep.
Enterprise.
I don't have any of the gold ones. I thought they were kind of silly, to be honest with you, and a little expensive.
A little?
Because they're real plated. Well, a little, yeah. I mean, relatively speaking, I suppose,
It's
right?
relative. Yeah, it's all relative. Yeah.
So it's all relative. But I did get the Cerritos finally, the regular size, not the extra large, but I'll be happy with that. And actually, just last week, I bought a piece that wasn't released in the original run, the Scorpion fighter from Star Trek Nemesis. So that's supposedly in the mail from the UK somewhere. I'll believe it when I see it. But hopefully that comes soon. So, and then of course, so every Friday they drop a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they do.
And it actually includes Star Trek Battlestar,
Yep.
Stargate.
Yeah.
There's Doctor
Pete's
Who
been-
stuff in there.
Pete's been waiting for what were you been waiting for, Pete? The
Yeah, they sold
shuttle?
out immediately. It was the shuttle, yeah. I
Yeah.
was not able to get it. It's like they put it up.
Oh yeah,
and they
that
had
went
like
fast.
10.
Yeah.
So I was not able to get it. So I'd have to
The
get
rumor
it
has
after.
it there's a new company about to pick up the ship making, I guess, not the reselling, but the actual making of new ships. Fan Home, I think is what it's called. They have right now the build the Enterprise thing again, the Enterprise D, the fat one.
the fat one. There you go.
The fat one, yeah. Hey, that's what they called it in Picard, right?
In the show, yeah, it's cool. That's a cool.
So it must be, it's canon, so I can say it. But yeah, I mean, I must admit the Galaxy class has never really been one of my favorites, but I always thought it was more the Love Boat than a starship. But hey, that's me.
Yeah, no kidding.
But hey, give us
Great. Now I got
7 great years.
Now
of
I got
show.
in my mind the Love Boat.
I can't help you with that. I can't. Well, wait a minute. Just shut down and restart. Maybe you can dump it out of your
That's
cache
it.
memory.
I just watched the Love Boat. I've been rewatching the Love Boat. I'm on the last season right now.
Wow, you have more fortitude than.
Oh, come on. The Love Boat was great.
It's just hard to watch those things. I was watching. What was I watching? Oh, T.J. Hooker. That's what it was.
yeah.
T.J. Hooker's on YouTube, and it's like, oh my God, come on. Bill can't act there. He can't act in Star Trek. I love Bill, but oh my God,
Oh boy.
jeez. But yeah,
So
But
Brand,
no,
tell us
so-
about
yeah.
There's stuff that you guys that Tiburon is doing. I read the newsletter, so there's activities going on in the background. Bring us up to speed with some of the things that
Oh my
that have
gosh.
gone by. Yeah.
there isn't a thing that doesn't happen, I guess. So I guess the biggest thing that just happened was actually with Starfleet. Starfleet had their virtual
Oops.
international conference. Hey, that's not my name.
Nope, you're right.
I got replaced already. Darn. Does my pay grade change?
Last week.
Last week. I got replaced last week. Nobody told me. It's been a whole
Yeah.
week. No, so Starfleet every year holds what they call an international conference. For the last few years, it's called the Virtual International Conference because it's all online, it's all free. It's a combination of YouTube, some streaming on Facebook, and then Gather Town, if anybody's heard of that. It's a cute little 8-bit environment that you can interact with, run around, and talk to people. And it's actually kind of cool. The Tiburon uses it every other month for our virtual gatherings as well. It's just kind of fun. You can play games, you can chit-chat, you can scoot around on things. So that happened last weekend. They had Doug Jones interview, J.G. Hertzler. Oh, we had, I just got his name. Oh, I'm getting kicked out of hey, I have a name. I'm getting kicked out of the Star Trek Club. John Billingsley, I remembered. Connor Trenier and Dominic Keating were on. So a ton of interviews with the stars and some pre-recorded stuff from them as well. It was just a great time to watch and hang out and talk to everybody. But for the Tiburon, even though it's late, well, mid-August, I guess, we are still crazy busy. Next weekend, we have our visit to Fort Collins Comic-Con up in Fort Collins, Colorado. It's a great little show that's been going on. Gosh, I don't even know, 6, 7 years now. I'll have to ask Nick. We always go up. We've been there since day one. It's a great family show. It's small, but it's got a lot of character and a lot of fun. And we just help Nick, who's the organizer, just run that and organize it. We are taking our transporter, I believe, this time. It's a good show.
Cool.
So if you're in Colorado and you're up in Fort Collins way, you should definitely check it out. It's a great little show. They're moving locations hopefully next year to a bigger spot, but Fort Collins is a college town, so it doesn't have a lot of meeting space. Then I think it's 2 weeks after that, we're doing the Colorado Festival of Horror. I know, right? Star Trek guys doing horror stuff. But the organizer of that's a big Trekkie too, and we do red shirt zombies. We do some zombie makeup. We have some tattered uniforms, so we look like we've been, I don't know, spit back up by some monster. And we do that show. Then the week after that, which isn't on the calendar quite yet, is probably Aurora MiniCon. That's a small community event. It's just a couple hours at the Central Library for folks to get out and have some fun. It's kind of a spin-off of another MiniCon that we do back in March. So that's another great thing. Then like the week after that, oh my God, there's too much stuff going on. Is down in Castle Rock, Colorado, is Land Fest. And we're doing that. I think that was last year's.
You went too fast. Here's Aurora.
Well, that's last year's, I think.
Oh, go figure.
2021? Yeah, you get the wrong year there. It's only a one-day thing this year. And it's like 6 hours, I think, on the two, I don't know dates. Too much stuff going on. Sorry if I'm going too fast. There's so much going on. That's all. Just so much
That's
stuff.
great.
I mean, if I
It's
don't
good,
say
though. It's
it,
a
I
good
forget
thing,
it.
Brand.
It
No,
is.
it's a good
It
thing.
is.
Yeah.
It is. It gets good. I mean, it's nice to get involved.
There you go.
Hey, that's
That's
the
the
right
right
one.
one.
There we go. That's the right one. These mini cons, we've done one over in Commerce City. Here's it called MiniCon. They support there's a charity over there about literacy. Can't remember the name of it. So they're kind of cute little things. They're only 6 or 7 hours. Just a bunch of tables, a bunch of artists, a bunch of cosplayers, a bunch of fun. They're kind of cute community things. And then Land Fest is the week after that down in Colorado Springs, which is exactly what it sounds like. A bunch of gaming stuff. We'll be involved with the Artemis Bridge Simulator.
That's a good one.
And
Yep.
probably taking the transport. I guess there's a new version of that I'm supposed to find out about this weekend, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there's an update to it.
Huh.
I guess I heard. I don't know. I could be talking out. I could be just dreaming things.
Yeah. That's always
hit
fun
my
to
head
play
last
because it's a multi-person player.
Oh yeah, Artemis is great. There's the museum that we supported, the MIDI museum that I'm never gonna remember the name of, toys, dolls, and miniatures, I think, or miniatures,
yes.
toys, and dolls,
Yeah.
something like that. Neil with them, that's how we got involved with them. He runs Artemis to try to run charity and stuff, so we get a bunch of people over there to do it, and it's a lot of fun to scream and holler at each other. We actually had two ships against each other in the same room, and we were supposed to be on the same side, helping each other, but we just torpedoed them. I mean, it's what you do. It was playing a Klingon. Come on. There was a Fetty in my territory. Just take it out. And it was one torpedo and it was gone. So they didn't see it coming. Oh, well. But yeah, so lots of fun, lots of stuff going on. It's crazy amount of stuff. It doesn't ever seem to slow down, to be honest. But that's great. Like you said, it's fun. It is a ton of work, but it's a lot of fun, and that's what we do it for. That's we're out there to spend time with the public and show off the stuff and raise the flag of nerddom and all that fun stuff, right? That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's
Have fun with the
great.
fans.
No, that's good. Look, we have an opportunity now to really be able to enjoy the fact that there's a great series on, right? The Stranger Worlds is at an all-time high, and everybody's enjoying it. And why not just get out there and versus holding on to that dream show that happened. And how many years passed, like our Battlestar Galactica, right? Whether it's the original or the new, right? It's been going for a while, and instead you have Star Trek out now, and it's so good. So hey, what the heck, man?
Yeah, but Brand, what about the musical?
What about the musical?
What'd you think of the musical?
It was a swing. I mean, it was a swing, right? I mean, you got to do it. I kind of wish it was done with disco instead of Strange New Worlds. There's more singers on that show as a profession, But hey, I really like the fact that they were aware that they were just randomly singing. I thought that was fantastic instead of it just being a musical like Buffy. So that and come on. Answer out. Why are we singing? Come on. I mean, it's fantastic, and it was fun. It's just a fun episode, right? And you got to do that.
Oh, it was. So absolutely. Hey, no, they did it well.
Was it my favorite of the season? No. But
they did a good job.
They did a good job, and I think they did fantastic.
So, what was your favorite of the season?
God.
On the spot.
This is like picking your favorite child out of the bunch of them, right?
Two.
You're gonna get in trouble by somebody.
Top two.
Literally, I liked Under the Cloak of War. That was the 8th episode with the Klingon. I thought the backstory of Dr. Mbenga was amazing. I liked that ending where you're not 100% sure what happened. We have had a lot of talk on the chapter about it, and I mean, it's been interesting to talk about. That was a really hard hitting episode. I kind of like those. I like the harder dramas, but that would probably be, I would say, the favorite of the 10 would be episode 8, Under the Cloak of War. I think it's what it's called. Pretty sure.
Cool.
That'd be my favorite.
And all right, cool. Well, Bran, as always, we enjoy you coming on, giving us a little bit of that, the updates and the insights. Bring us the costumes, the cosplay, the uniforms and stuff.
I'll bring it next time. I just wore my Battle of Wolf 359 shirt that I survived from Todd Stashwick, so I just have that one on. But I'll dig something out. We'll have something for next show, or the one after, whichever one, we can make that work. So.
Okay.
Definitely.
No, please. We want to check that stuff out. As a matter of fact, I ordered I don't know. I didn't pick it up from the vendor that you'd mentioned the last show, but I got Pike's green. It's sort of like
the green wrap.
It's not a shirt. It's like the wrap. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
the wrap.
Yeah. We'll see what that's.
If you watch season 2, there's a new version of that from the one from season 1.
Yeah.
I like the newer version better than the first version, but I have the first version too.
Okay.
I wore that.
The second one's
for
more
the
like
virtual
a jacket.
IC. Yeah, it's much more solid looking than like Shatner's wrap that was in season 3, I think, of Picard or whatever. I mean, Picard. You're right. TOS. Those old scientists, right? Those old scientists. That's next. Don't forget, September 7th is Lower Decks. That comes back, and then God only knows what happens after that.
Wow.
Yep, September 7th. It'll be in the movie theater too. I think that weekend or that Thursday.
Really?
Yep.
As a special release? No kidding.
Yeah, I think it's the first 2 episodes are supposed to be in the movie theater.
Boy.
Back to back.
I might have to go out and do that. Oh, because sometimes they give you like a special sneak or a behind the scenes stuff. So, very cool. All right. Well, Bran, thank you very much for doing what you do.
Of course.
Appreciate it. And all the best, and we'll see you again soon.
Absolutely, guys. You have a great month and be safe and live long and prosper, of course.
Live long, peace and long life. All right, Bran. Stay cool and take care of yourself, man. All right, outstanding. And you know that they do a lot of good charity work too. So that's very important in everything that we're involved in. That there is a nice amount of charity involved, whether it's Star Trek in general, the organizations or Starfleet Association that we're involved in as well, or the Star Wars as well, the 501. They all do charity, and that's very, very important. Mike DeBrune, thanks for joining. Hope all is well on your end. And who else? And somebody else jump on that we didn't see. Treynar, make sure Mediocre Modeler is with us. Thank you for joining. And you guys are humming the Love Boat, and you're putting up the dialogue, or I guess the lines from it. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of. Let's see, where is it? It's and find you a new romance. Set a course for adventure. Come aboard. We're expecting you. Yeah, guys. All right.
They're rewriting it, huh?
Oh, Brand, thanks for joining us, though. Appreciate the updates, man. Brand sometimes a little modest on all the stuff that they do. I read the newsletters that come out, and it's incredible what Starfleet, the Starfleet Association does, and it's really cool.
Just so you know, our interviewee is here tonight.
Excellent. All right, Mikey's here. Why don't you just bring him on, man? Hey, Mikey, what's up? Welcome to IFB Broadcasting, man. How's it going?
Great to meet you. Oh, it's
yes, the pleasure's ours, man. Oh, all right. Nice well, yeah, the pleasure's ours. Thank you for taking the time out. We looked at some of the trailers that you have up. We
can actually play the trailer. If you can tell me that none of the music is copyrighted, right?
What's that?
You own all the music on that trailer, right?
No, Time Girl trailer?
Yep.
No, it's copyright music that we use.
Okay.
And the director what goes to use that and then give them props. It's friends of his.
Gotcha. Yeah, we watched it earlier today. We saw the work, and you're writing, you're working with, I believe it's your daughter that you're working with, and you got a couple of different shows up that you're pitching, and movie maker, writer, doing all kinds of cool stuff. Where are you headed now? I mean, where are you now, and where's it going?
Well, first of all, I wanted to apologize about the sunglasses. I had a stroke. And I have some eye stuff going on, so it's necessary. I'm not trying to look cool.
All right, thank you.
Right now, we're working on a project called Enlightenment. And the Enlightenment stars Robert Lasardo as Damien. And he's the son of Lucifer. But his son is actually the one that's going to bring Apocalypse, Lomax. And they are pushing him really hard to do that, and it turns into like this family drama, but also a sci-fi fantasy thriller as well.
Wow, and that's what you're doing now. Not to mention you've been working and cranking out books and other storylines for a while now. And there's one that's a cat, right? There's a cat universe.
Yeah, the Meows. That one's about these cats from Pluto. My cat's name is Luna, and she came to our house on the back door, and I fed her turkey and brought her in, and she's my favorite cat. She's a calico, so I decided to do.
Ooh, bad connection.
Chris, can you lower the?
Yeah, I'll lower it down. See what we can do.
All right, lower it down, and we'll reconnect. All right, cool. Yeah, hey, Mikey, we're having a little bit of a bandwidth issue coming from you to us, and we're going to try to do a technical fix so we can make sure that we can hold on to. All right.
Our video probably looks really bad to you, but your video looks fine.
Don't worry about that. Yeah. So you were saying about the Meow universe, and you have a calico cat. Oh boy, and it's not cooperating.
No,
Cat
not
from outer
tonight.
space, something like that. No, it's not. Oh man, Mikey, we're losing you badly, and we want to hear all this because you got some really, really cool concepts. So let's reschedule. Let's have you come back because we definitely want to get into all this, and we want to show us some of your work. And I'm stoked. Chris and I were watching this stuff, and we're like, oh, Amelia Earhart and time travel and all this cool stuff. So, Mikey, let's have you back. Let's reschedule, and we'll do a side test. So make sure that in our next broadcast that you're on, that we have a really, really good connection from your end to us. But
the time travel, Amelia Earhart is evidently blocking his signal tonight.
Yes,
so.
it's those aliens that are blocking you, man. They're on to you, buddy. So you better get some of those meows out here to help you out. So
appreciate your time, though.
Come back. Yes, thanks, Mikey. Let's have you come back. We're going to send John one out to. We'll have him contact you and get you back on. So, but thank you. This is to you. Keep up your good work, Mike.
Yep. Looking forward to seeing you because we lost your audio. But
man, it's like he's got a whole bunch of really cool, fun concepts, and there's time travel. He's working with his daughter on writing this stuff, and he's got his
there's a really good story in regards to how she helped him while he was
recovering, and
it's great.
Man, that you guys saw that it just wasn't happening, and we weren't getting the audio was broken, and then
we'll get there. It happens.
We'll get him back. Yeah, we'll get him back. But very, very cool. Definitely worth tuning in on that. So we're gonna have Mikey Tiffany back.
And if you don't get a chance to, while you're waiting for him to show back up, go ahead and check out his YouTube channel. And hang on, let me pull that up real quick.
All right, cool. That'd be cool.
We go, right here. The YouTube channel, and Time Girl is part of his YouTube channel.
Cool. Yeah.
Not working here.
It was
Time Girl Productions.
There it is, Time Girl Productions. Yeah. So we'll have Mikey come back, and he'll tell us all about it himself, and we want to hear more about those projects that he's got cooking.
Yep.
And he's hustling.
I still love the Amelia Earhart thing. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, no kidding. He's got a really cool stuff going on. So let's. I wanted to try to get that the link to the post, and let's see if we can.
The post.
Yeah, the one where we're pushing Rich Hanley and the Battlestar Galactica comic strips. Did you put it in our chat?
Not yet.
Okay, if you get a chance, if you could, I was gonna. Yeah, Cylon Sabotage is exactly what it's about, man.
No, I would say it's weak colonial electronics.
Oh boy, drink some more of that fruity beer that you have there.
Nah, it's only a little bit left there, anyways. Let's see here. How do I do this? Save post? No, that's not it. I want to share this.
All right, so we're gonna put up the link, guys. Please go in there and and if you want, put in some comments that you're interested in it. But we definitely have to show support. There is a publisher, a tentative publisher that is interested, and I'm sure that he's looking at the numbers, wants to see that there is a fan base out there that's willing to engage and purchase this. At least for now, let's show everybody that Battlestar Galactica is alive and well, and that we are willing to go out there and pick up these never before seen comic strips. I mean, he's going to bring us stuff that some of us may have seen it in Look In magazine, the UK magazine. However, the other stuff is from France and like Belgium, and that's super rare. Not very, very few of us, if any, have actually read any of it, never mind put our eyes on it. So it'll be really cool to get that. It'll be translated.
That might work.
So
yeah. That worked.
Cool. Yes, you got it up. Thank you. Remember, guys, the Cylon was once wiped out by microwave heating up meatballs.
That was Galactica in 1980. That was a non-real universe. That's like Mork and Mindy compared to,
yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, publisher, shut up and take my money. Exactly. Trey, get out there and make sure that you like all of those. Put that up and like up Colonial Warriors and Battlestar Bulletin Board and IFB, so we can show them that not only we are behind it, but the fans are behind it. And
I mean,
who knows?
That's stuff that we in America don't get to see because it was all overseas. The Look In magazine stuff.
It was licensed overseas, so it's all legit, but we never saw it here. I own a couple of the Look In. They're like hardcovers. They're not real magazines. They're like hardcover, little books. You have a couple, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not right now, but yes.
The other stuff is not. I mean, the French stuff is it's very difficult to find. The Belgian stuff as well, super hard to find. It's all in French.
But he also has, if I remember correctly, he also did the comic strips that were in some of the newspapers, or there was a serial. Not only the Look In magazines, but there was an actual comic strip in one of the French newspapers or something. He also has.
Oh, get this! It's long forgotten licensed Battlestar Galactica comic strips exclusive to England and France in their entirety. 32 storylines spanning almost 400 pages.
Wow!
How about that? That's insane, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Paul Evans annuals. Thank you, Paul. They were annuals, so there's not a lot of those that were published in the UK. I think the French published more, but either way, we would love to get our hands on it. Paul, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
And we also say, hey, Rich, happy anniversary.
There you go. So don't forget, speaking of anniversaries, this happens to be our 50th episode, Chris, just so you know.
Close to 50. Yeah, 52 weeks. Yep. This is 50th.
3,
yeah.
It's 50. We are going to have I believe 4-hour marathon is what we have. I'll check it right now since we're live on the air. I'm going to verify what we
on Sunday, the 17th.
We signed on to let's see, it's September 17, guys.
Yep.
Join us, and we're gonna have a special, right? So that is going to be,
and we'll replay the
marathon.
Yeah, we'll also replay the it'll be out by then, but we'll replay the trailer.
The trailer. Yep, we'll replay the trailer, and we're gonna have.
Maybe we'll hold the trailer until that, and then put it up after DragonCon.
After DragonCon. Okay, so that's a deal. So that's what we're going to do, guys. On the 17th, September 17th, is the anniversary of the premiere of Battlestar Galactica, and it's also IFB's anniversary. We're going to have a 4-hour marathon, and during that marathon, it's on Sunday between 6 and 10 Eastern Time. We're going to show the trailer to The Stranded Warrior, the one that we're going to debut world premiere at DragonCon. We have a panel, and it's going to be awesome. It's just fantastic. You're outstanding. You're going to love it. And we've put in a lot of effort. Chris has put in a lot of overtime on working this out. And man, it's just so cool. It's so cool. We're lucky that we had support from all you guys.
Yep.
We really appreciate it.
I can play the trailer now if you want.
4 hours. Hey, we're old now. What that harkens back to the old MDA telethon days at the end of the summer. That's right. Yep, that's right. Yeah, the Jerry Lewis stuff. So yeah, we're gonna have a 4-hour, and we're gonna celebrate reaching out to Eric Larson.
Hang on,
he's
ready?
come on.
We can watch some of that trailer now, right? Ready?
No, we're not. No, do not put it up. What is the matter with you? I can't believe you. Stop that. Anyway, so you can't help yourself. Stop.
It's so cool.
No, it's you're giving it away. So we we're going to do the marathon. We've done a 6-hour before. We're doing a 4-hour this time, and this is how we start our new season. So after the 17th, we will be then resetting. We'll go into our 4th season. So we're wrapping up our 3rd year on air, and Rob, you're gonna have to figure that out on your
You have
own.
to wait for it. Yep.
Yeah, it's good. You'll see. It's a lot of fun, and thanks to you guys for helping and supporting. We had Jason Morning All 235 here. Well, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Don't forget to go back and watch Incoming Spoiler Torpedo. That's right, Mike. We had Bran Stimson, the commander from the USS Tiburon, Star Trek, Starfleet International, and then we had our guest, Mikey Tiffany, who is an author, filmmaker, and we kind of lost the connection, but he's going to be coming back, so we had him on for a few minutes. And now we've been talking about the trailer from The Stranded Warrior, and we also mentioned we're going to have our anniversary show, Chris, on September 17th at between 6 and 10 o'clock Eastern time. So please join us. Well, we're reaching out to Eric Larson. He's come to every one of them.
Yeah, so hopefully we get him on again.
Yep. And
you want to give me a couple minutes and I'll set up the
expanded trailer on the anniversary marathon. I don't think so, Chuck. Let's get the first one done.
No, Chuck. We can work it together. We might be able to do that. So.
Who knows?
Chuck's working as hard as I am, I'm sure. So.
We're just going to look. We're hoping to fine-tune the trailer that we have now for Dragon Con. So remember, guys, we have the panel, the Stranded Warrior panel, the making of and the backstory to the Stranded Warrior panel at Dragon Con. We also have the trivia, following that with the trivia. We intend to have a get-together. So all of you fans that are going to be at Dragon Con on Friday, after that, we're going to have a get-together, go out, get a meal, is the intent. Yes?
Meal, alcohol, something like that. Ambrosias, something.
Something like that. We're working on it.
We're working on it.
Yeah, there's a place that I found, Chris, but it's like, it's not close by. It's about a mile away, mile and a half away.
That's a good walk. As long as you can stumble back to the hotel, you're good.
There's a place that we'll talk about, and
okay, we'll look at it.
See. Yeah, so we're definitely going to do that. And that's like
as much traffic as downtown. You're probably better off walking it anyways.
Oh wow, okay, not aware of that, but I know there's a shuttle. I know Dragon Con has a shuttle, and so I will be in shuttle distance. So that's Thursday. We're all arriving Thursday. John 1 will be there with us. Superfan Fran, Charlene Donatello, Lola, Professor Patton will be there. Eric Engler is going to be there. I'm not sure anybody else. Paul Rotter, Commander Kane, of course, will be there as well, man. God, how could I forget that? Mile Away sounds about where my hotel is. Yeah, exactly. Who else? So there's a couple other you guys that are coming.
Lots of them.
There's a bunch.
You want to talk for a minute and I'll set up the comic?
Yeah.
Over
guys
there.
Don't walk more than a block, do you?
No.
We try.
Dragon Con, I think Dragon Con, I will, it's been 11 miles usually on a 2-day, it's like 5 miles a day, roughly.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So,
the most I've ever did was 11. So
it's not only going to be
one day.
Gonna be on the panel, which I mentioned. Susan's going to be there. Excellent. All right, cool. So listen, guys, we're going to have. All right, go take care of business. All right, so Tipsy Toaster is setting up for Folly of the Gods, right? So we're gonna close out the show by going into the third episode, the third comic of the series, 3 out of 4. Of Folly of the Gods. It's just really cool. We actually we went out to eBay and we snagged some of the art pages from the Folly of the Gods. I got 2 pages from the last issue, so we'll put that up. I'll share those pages. I actually have the final page, one of one of them that I have, it's in pencil. They were penciled, and then they were scanned and sent out, and then they were, from what I understand, they were digitally enhanced, colored, and everything else afterwards. So the only physical representations are these penciled pages that were made. So Chris and I, we picked some up off of eBay, the last of what's there. We were trying to get other pages, and the dealer told us, actually told me, I sent out an email, said that all that stuff is all gone. So I don't know if any of you have any of the artwork. Let us know. It'd be kind of cool to share. But more people like to hide in those tin-headed costumes. You know what, Paul? From what I understand, there is going to be a very big representation of Cylons, bigger than at any past Dragon Con this year. So there's a group that has put together I don't know how many. I don't want to give a number because I don't know, but it's going to be several Cylons will be present. So it's going to be outstanding. My hotel goes not have a shuttle, hoping another one nearby does. The map is out there, guys. So just be aware that I checked it out.
Check.
Number 2 to
check.
1. That's okay. Yep,
You
we're
got
good.
me?
Yeah, gotcha.
Cool. So we are starting. This is Folly of the Gods. This is number 3, and actually, this is the first one I have actually drawings of. So if you remember the last one, this is similar to the one. What are you laughing about?
I'm laughing at, sounds like a small fortune can be made selling Advil and Biofreeze at this year's Dragon Con.
No. If you want to make money at Dragon Con, it's beans and franks and what's the noodles? Cup of noodles.
Oh, ramen.
Ramen. Yep.
Ramen.
Matter of fact, there's a whole song for that. If you go look it up, you can find it. Yeah, go Dragon Con. Ramen Franken Beans, I think is the name of it.
That's funny.
So this is similar to the one of the comics we did in the past. They're sucked into a black hole, and inside the black hole there is Cylons get sucked in, but evidently some Cylons had been sucked into this black hole a long time ago. So now there's 2 Cylon forces that are kind of against each other, and that's a really hell of a reflection there. Hang on. There we go.
Yeah.
Let me do this. Oh, that's worse. That's a lot worse.
Yeah.
There
you go. Oh, perfect. You got.
There we go.
No, there, right there. Leave it.
There we go.
Rock and roll. Oh, it's so cool. Looks great.
So they in the last 2, this is number 3. In the last 2, it was Adama gets kind of hit in the head type deal. He's in a coma type thing, and he is stuck in his head with Count Iblis, and they are fighting the newer, or the Cylons that were sucked into the system, and then the Cylons were the other Cylons came after the Galactica in, I said that the regular Cylons, this is kind of really confusing. The regular Cylons get sucked in, go in after the Galactica, and they're confronted with the Cylons from the past in there, so they're kind of stuck in there with them, and they attack each other, and now they actually, which I totally disagree with, they go to the Galactica and ask for their help and protection, and they want to join forces. Yeah, right. With the Cylons that they were chasing them to combat the Cylons, they got sucked into the black hole a while in the past. So these new Cylons are much more stronger or whatever else. Meanwhile, Starbuck and some other pilots are crash landed on a planet, and the Cylons that were sucked into the bad Cylons, which is another weird thing. The bad Cylons attacked them and destroyed their ships, so they're kind of marooned. But on that planet, guess who they find? They find Baltar.
Oh.
So Baltar is on that planet with them. So that's kind of where we're at now. We're starting number 3, which has got a nice key picture here that gives you an idea of what's going to be happening. So we have Count Ibli involved. So
Damn.
beginning, it's hey, the Cylons are here. They want some help, and this starts out. I love these pictures. The drawings here. There's a little bit of backstory, but they go to the council and ask for their help, which is, the council's like, yeah, right. You know, we've had this problem before, so we expect you guys to betray us, but Lucifer, who is in here, he's like, no, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna help each other out, and it's like, Lucifer's like, I would have thought the commander would have met us here, and of course Colonel Ty is like, the commander is kind of like indisposed. So where's he indisposed? So we flop back to where the commander is, and he is in his own mind, and Ibli has sucked him into this universe where Ibli and the commander are together, and they relive the actual attack at Centaur, which was the very first one in the original Battlestar Galactica. And they're like, oh, what are you doing? So I love this because, it's a back and forth with Ibli, and it's a back and forth with Adama, and, Ibli's like, you guys, you disrespected me, and I'm going to go after the Seraphs, and he's really building up his battle plan. You always hear about it's cliche that the bad guy kind of tells you his plan before something happens. Well, that's kind of what's happening here. He's got a telling on the plan, and hey, you didn't treat me right, whatever else. But one of the things we lucked out with, so one of the people who drew this was Alex Sanchez, and we lucked out and actually were able to grab some of the
Oh, look at that.
artwork from,
that's so cool.
This is the original pencil drawing
Yep.
from Alex Sanchez for this page. And what happens is he pencil drew it, and then they scan it in, and then they send it to the colorist, and you get this page here. So it's kind of really cool to see the comparison
That's cool.
of this. And we have more. Pete has some too. But I have more number 4s than I do have anything else. So this is number 3. But I love.
Yeah.
You get the idea what it takes to go from drawing to artwork. So they're both artwork, but drawing to coloring and everything else. So I think it's really cool, and I'll hold that up a little closer.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
So these are
Wow.
actual drawings from Alex Sanchez. There's his name
Yeah.
at the top. Oops.
Yep. There it is. Yep. That's so cool.
So we'll go back to the story. So meanwhile on the planet, they're like, okay, well, hey, Baltar, what's going on? Baltar's introduced them to some of the people that were marooned with him. And, I love Starbuck really kind of looks like, I want to say,
A kid.
a kid. Yeah.
Kids.
So it's kind of looks like a young Starbuck, but so Adama is reaching out mentally to his son, and we've always had, we always remember about that connection or the powers that Adama has in regards to telepathy. So we get a little bit of that, and he's like, oh, I hear him. I know what's going on. And then they're like, we've got it, so the Cylons find them on the planet, and they're going to come attack them. And they're like, we need to do something. We can't get off the planet. Our ships have been destroyed. So they come up with a plan. They're going to lure these Cylons, the bad Cylons, now I guess, compared to the Cylons of the original Battlestar Galactica. So we'll say the OG Cylons and the bad Cylons. And they're going to lure them down there, and they're going to get one of their ships. So they lure them down there, And the new Cylons are like, hey, we're going to assimilate you. Sound familiar? A little
boy.
Star Trek-ish.
Boy.
Little Borgish. That's kind of what this piece ends up here. Is it's a little bit of a Borg thing. So they come down there, they're going to assimilate them, and of course they bushwhack them. They come up with a plan to get the ship, and a firefight ensues, and eventually they are able to get a hold of one of the ships. I hate this picture. Look at that. Even the bad Cylons look bad when they get shot. Once again, of course, they're we're so superior. We'll shoot everybody. Whatever. So yeah, big firefight. Really good picture drawings here of the big firefight. They got Baltar hiding, cowering in the corner as usual, and of course they shoot down the other one that's trying to kill them. They shoot them all up, and then I love this picture here. It's got the huge eyeballs, and it's like, oh no, it can't be. But yes, inside the Cylons are humans.
Oh,
They
that's
have been
not
assimilated.
Cool.
That's the
Not
assimilated humans inside the Cylons.
Not cool. That's just not right.
So they're like, oh my gosh. And of course, Starbuck gets kissed on and everything. Like, shocker. I mean, I've been practicing my shocked look for that, you know?
All right.
So they finally are able to get on board of the ships, and this reminds me of the, look for the waggling. In this case, they radio in, and they don't know what's going on in the Galactica, which is the Cylons, old school Cylons, and the Galactica, Lucifer and the Galactica have got together, and they kind of protect themselves, and they're showing up and like, hey, don't shoot them down. And it's like, well, it's funny how they're not shooting at the Cylons. Well, it's because they're at a truce right now, and they're going to try to save each other's butts. So this is a little backstory here of, I love this picture. It's like this is
that's not cool, man. What are you talking about?
It's like so this is Ifb talking about what happened. Ifb saying, they developed other methods to create Cylons, and they kind of used human pieces.
Good God.
They look like zombies. So, and then of course they do the waggle thing. They get back on board the ship, and Colonel Ty is like, hey, this is what's going on, and I can't believe that Lucifer and the other Cylons have requested sanctuary with the Battlestar, which really makes me want to vomit.
They should just airlock all of them.
And then Lucifer and Baltar are back together again.
Oh boy.
So that's kind of, I wonder where that's going. Maybe something cool is going to happen there. Something may happen there. Of course, Lucifer and Baltar were, maybe Lucifer... Yeah, Lucifer's like, hello, Baltar. So you can imagine, is Baltar happy about that? I don't know. And then, of course, at the end, it's like, sanctuary? What are we protecting them from? From what threat? And then it's, dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
The new Cylons are coming to get them. So that's kind of where it ends out, and we have the last number. I think it's number 4. Is there 5 here or 4? I can't remember.
4.
I think this is 4.
No, I don't think it's. You think there's another one?
Nope, there's a 5.
Yeah, 5. Oh, there is a 5.
That's a good picture.
Okay, so we stand corrected, guys.
Yeah,
so there's
it's
5
there's
issues.
5.
We just did issue 3.
Yep.
Next show will be issue number 4, and let's look forward to that. We're getting close to wrapping things up here, guys, on IFB, and we want to make sure that we thank everybody, and everybody knows that for the panel at Dragon Con this year, the Stranded Warrior is going to have myself and Chris, and we're going to have Superfan Fran, Legacy Galactica fan author, who actually has a cameo in The Stranded Warrior, will be at the panel with us. And we're going to, oh, there it is. There's Fran, number 11. And we're going to have Mr. George Zuvalos, who plays Captain Martin, stars in The Stranded Warrior. He'll be on the panel. And we'll have Diana Durango, co-stars Major Amon. And we're going to have George Kay, who plays Lieutenant Costa, who is Captain Martin's wingman, all on the panel. So everybody right
Count
now,
Ibley will show up.
Count Ibley will show up. We'll all be in cosplay. So we will be wearing our costumes from The Stranded Warrior, and
Yes.
we look forward to having you on there. So there'll be, Kathleen, thank you for joining. I'm not sure if I didn't see you, sorry, but thank you. And so that's what we have planned. It's going to be a great panel, guys. I'm so psyched. Looking forward to Dragon Con. Remember, we have September 17th. Pencil that into your schedule books, and don't forget to like the post, right, Chris? The one for the book that we hope we can get published, right, for Rich Handley's book.
Rich Handley.
And
Handley. If you're looking for Rich Handley.
Yeah, he's out there. So look for it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. You guys that are here with us live, and everybody else that's going to watch this after in rerun and syndication, sometimes by the thousands. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this, guys. We really, really appreciate it.
Yep.
We love having you on.
Yeah.
So, Chris,
how much you got left? Did you dump the rest in there, or is that the last you got? There you go. Suffering for the fans with the grapefruit flavored beer.
Oh boy.
But anyways, it's great that you joined us. I look forward to seeing you again next week when we roll back around and get into the same broadcast area that we can get going. Be one of the few ones left before we go to Dragon Con. And it's important that we recognize you, the actors, the people who write stuff, and it's all about the fans. If you guys weren't there, if you guys and gals, I always say guys, sorry. If you people weren't there, that doesn't sound very nice either. But anyways, if you weren't there, the fans are what put everything together. The fans are what makes the whole thing work. So it is the fans that fuel the fleet. So here's to you. Thank you for joining us. And anything else, Pete?
No, fans fuel the fleet, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Stay safe. And we'll see you at the next show. So remember, you hit that thumbs up on us and for that book, okay?
Yep. Here's to you. Y'all take care.
Take care, guys. Thank you.